welcome to Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a series of cautionary tales for lovers of scream. I call this tale E-Boy. His name was Eric, or Bloodthirst the Battle Axe, to give him his full game name. He had big bulbous eyes from living in the dark and wide flat fingertips from bashing buttons all day. Actually, maybe his game name should have been Toad. Eric's computer was his life. He shopped on it, he chatted on it, he played games on it. The only thing that Eric could not do on his computer was open a door and live inside it. Not that he didn't want to. Living in cyberspace was Eric's dream. He longed to live in a world where games were all that mattered. His parents saw it differently. You do nothing, Eric, all day. You just sit there like a big blob glued to that monitor. I do lots of things. I fight alien invaders, I crash cars, I blow up planets. Yes, but you're only using your eyes and fingers. It's hardly exercise. And my brain? If I didn't use my brain, my eyes and fingers wouldn't work. Very clever. That computer will be the death of you. At least Casper likes me. You should get out more. Meet some real people. Computers are just slaves. People can choose what they do. And I choose to live with my computer. So stick that in your expansion port and smoke it. What can you get from a computer that you can't get from us? 64-bit graphics, a laser that fires 12,000 rounds per second, a head like a lizard and a body that's part tractor, part great white shark. Oh, fair enough. Once the door was locked, Eric talked to his computer. Get me out of here! I want to live in cyberspace! The screen went blank. Huh? Eric was about to reboot when two words suddenly appeared on the screen. Phantom Postman. It was there for a blip, and then it was gone. Phantom Postman turned out to be a website. Eric followed the on-screen instructions and scanned in a full-length picture of himself. Then he attached the picture to an email and pressed send. His stomach fell through the floor as he was dragged into the computer. And when he cried out, letters typed themselves out of his mouth. Help! He landed unforgivingly on a wide brick path. You have just been emailed, announced an automated voice. Welcome to the firewall. Firewall? Everyone walks through fire. No firewall, no entry to cyberspace. The bricks suddenly burst into flames. No, no, I'll burn to death! Stand still or I will delete you. Eric stood still while the firewall consumed him. Oh, actually that's quite pleasant. It wasn't even slightly sore. He floated into the sky like burnt ash and slipped through a tear in the clouds. He popped out of a letterbox into a cold room where a uniform was waiting for him. Good morning, Eric. I'm your cyberspace assessment officer. Please stand on here. Am I in cyberspace? You're 7 stone overweight. But I only weigh 7 stone. Have you been tampered with since you left your bedroom? Tampered with? Could anyone have opened you up while you weren't looking? and planted a virus. I think I'd have noticed. Good. We don't like viruses. Still have to have you smaller, though. Really? I thought cyberspace was infinite. No, barely wider than a slice of Parma ham. The atmosphere would sustain your body mass for a microsecond, but then you'd explode. So we have to strip you back to bare essentials. How are you going to do that? Worm therapy. Sign here, in you go. What's happening? No! Oh, no! No! Oh, they're biting! Ah! They're Trojan worms, Eric. They've got teeth. Don't worry, they won't eat anything you need. When Eric shot out of the chute, there was very little of him left. His brain, one eye, and both hands. He plopped into a perspex box containing a waterproof keyboard and waited for his eye to float into position. Then his fingers went to work. What have you done to me? You've got everything you need to live happily ever after in cyberspace. An eye to see, a brain to think, and fingers to type. Now hold on tight. And with that, Eric was shot through a portal onto a busy superhighway where thousands of brain boxes just like him were travelling in the same direction and floating in a sky of games. He could choose to play with anything he liked simply by typing its name. Laser and zombies. The world was literally at his fingertips. Cyberspace was Eric heaven. Yee-haw! Oh, oops. Or it would have been had the computer not suddenly been invaded by a virus. Large, ugly, and particularly violent to brain boxes. Go home! Float for your life! I don't know how to. Type in postman. Postman. There. Now, how do I get my body back? Come back! Well, you obviously didn't read the disclaimer when you signed it. What disclaimer? The one explaining that once you've been eaten by a Trojan worm, there's no way back. What does that mean? Hold tight. Posting now. Less than 5 minutes after arriving in cyberspace, Eric was posted home. He squitted onto the desk in his bedroom through an unused USB port and lay there like a stranded jellyfish. Surprisingly, Eric's mother was happy when she found him. At last, she had her son exactly where she wanted him, and there was nothing he could do about it. That's enough now, Eric. Good night. And just like every other night, she shut the bedroom door to stop the cat from sneaking in. Well, imagine if Casper mistook Eric's eyeball for a goldfish. Oh, the thought's just too horrible for words.